Hello and welcome to the Majestico Award for season number 1. In this episode today, we're going to count through all of the votes that you guys have been involved with all season long. And I want to first and foremost say thank you very much for taking the time to vote in every single game from all of the episodes. That has equated to this award. The Majestico Award is really... you could say it's the best player of the season, but it is voted by you guys, the subscribers. So this will just be a little bit of a presentation here, and we'll count down to see who takes the inaugural Majestico Award for season number 1. We've got 46 games of votes to get through. We've got a leaderboard. I will chop this all together. If you're watching this on YouTube, you will see an edited version of this, but we are here on the live stream on the Streaming DK channel. So let's get into game number 1. All right, so game number 1. Yep, what a way to get the season underway. Dylan Allen showing bits there in the first one. So let's have a look at the votes. We had Allen, Park, Singh, Win, and Basil Krav available for voting from this game. Now the one vote went to Win, so he picked up the first vote of the season. 2 points went to Singh, Sing a Song of Sixpence, and the all-important 3 votes for Dylan Allen. So that is game number 1. Now, let's get into updating this leaderboard. Right, so game number 1 out of the way. Dylan takes a lead after 1 game, but all importantly, let's move on to game number 2. Right, game number 2, I think we pretty much got smashed in this one, but let's take a look at the votes. 1 vote, YJ Park. 2 votes for Dior. And 3 votes, Koulibaly. So some more lads on the board there, and let me update the leaderboard. Alright, so 2 games in, we've got 2 leaders in Allen and Koulibaly. Let's move on to game number 3. How are we all doing on this fine Thursday evening? Let me know in the comments, and let me know who you think is going to take out the Majestico here 2 games in. Right, it is time for game number 3. 1 vote goes to YJ Park. 2 votes, Koulibaly. 3 votes, Walter Ailman. Right, so 3 games in, it's Koulibaly on top with 5 points over Allen and Ailman. Let's move on to game number 4. All right, here we go, game number 4, and 1 vote, Evtimov. 2 votes, Dylan Allen. 3 votes, Andre Krav. All right, game 4 complete. It's Koulibaly and Allen top of the table. Let's move ourselves on to game number 5. All right, game number 5, 1 vote, Alfie Wilson. 2 votes, YJ Park. 3 votes, Sun Hee So. Alright, so there's 5 games in, and the leaderboard looking very interesting. Alright, game number 6. 1 vote, A Wilson. 2 votes, D Allen. 3 votes, Basil Krav. So, after game number 6, D Allen leads the leaderboard with 7 points. Koulibaly in second. Let's move on to game number 7. Game number 7, 1 vote, Andre Krav. 2 votes, Sun Hee So. 3 votes, Matthew Win. Alright, game number 7 complete. It is Dylan Allen at the top of the table, still on 7 points. A few of the lads starting to gain on him. Let's move in to game number 8. Alright, game number 8, 1 vote, Menza. 2 votes, Andre Krav. 3 votes, Alfie Wilson. Right, so after 8 games, it's still Allen on top, but Andre Krav has moved into second position on 6 points. Let's move ourselves into game number 9. Right, game number 9, 1 vote, Matthew Win. 2 votes for Dior. 3 votes, Hungwoo Kim. Right, so after 9 games, it's Allen still on top, but some moves here from Win and Dior. And quite an even points race here after 9 games. Let's move in to the 10th game of the season. Right, game number 10, 1 point, H. Robinson. 2 points, Koulibaly. 3 points, D. Allen. Right, 10 games in, and it is D. Allen on top with 10 points. Koulibaly has moved back into second position with 7 points. And just almost a quarter of a way through the points count. Let's move on to game number 11. Game number 11 and 1 point, D. Allen. 2 points, Basil Krav. 3 points, Hungwoo Kim. Okay, so after 11 games, Hungwoo Kim has come in out of nowhere, picked up 2 man of the match performances, and he's on 6 points and into 4th position. And Dylan Allen now with a 4-point lead over Koulibaly. Let's move in to game number 12. All right, game number 12. 1 vote, M. White. 2 votes, D. Allen. 3 votes, Hungwoo Kim. Oh, Kim's a bit of a mover here in the middle part of the proceedings for this season. Let's get this leaderboard updated. Right, so after 12 games, Hungwoo Kim has moved into 2nd position. 3 man of the matches sees him on 9 points and trailing Dylan Allen by 4. Let's move on to game number 13. All right, game number 13. 1 vote, I. Koulibaly. 2 votes, D. Allen. 3 votes, YJ Park. Right, so 13 games in, Allen has a little bit more of a lead now, and Koulibaly moves back into 3rd position. A big run here from YJ Park, moving into 4th. Let's move ourselves on to game number 14 of the season. All right, votes for game 14. 1 vote, YJ Park. 2 votes, A. Singh. 3 votes, I. Koulibaly. All right, 14 games in, it's still Allen, but Koulibaly moves himself back into 2nd position with 11 points. Let's move on to game number 15. Game number 15, 1 vote for YJ Park. 2 votes, Vasil Krav. 3 votes, Delta Bamba. I think that might be Bamba's first points for the season. Let's get this leaderboard updated. All right, so after 15 games, Allen's still top of the table. Park has moved up to 4th, Vasil Krav into 5th with 7 points. I've got a feeling that Vasil Krav might make a big run later on in the season. He did have a very good second half. So let's move on to game number 16. All right, here we go. Game number 16, 1 vote, Andre Krav. 2 votes, Dylan Allen. 3 votes, Vasil Krav. All right, here we are. Here's the run coming from Vasil. Right, 16 games down, and Vasil started to make a bit of a push here. He's moved into 3rd position with 10 points, but it's still Dylan Allen on 17 points, 6 points clear. Let's move in to game number 17. All right, game number 17, and 1 vote, Charlie Allen. 2 votes, Dauda Bamba. 3 votes, Mr. White. Right, at the end of game 17, Bamba has moved inside the top 10. He now sits 9th with 5 points. Let's move on to game number 18. Right, game number 18, 1 vote, Dior. 2 votes, Walter Ailman. 3 votes, Dylan Allen. All right, he's starting to run away with it. Let's get this leaderboard updated. 18 games down, Dior moves back inside the top 10 with 5 points, but Dylan Allen is now 9 points clear. Don't forget, he does get an injury there in the second half of the season, so a good opportunity for some of these lads to catch up. Let's move on to game number 19. All right, game number 19, 1 vote, Hungwoo Kim. 2 votes, Matthew Wynn. 3 votes, Mr. White. All right, so after 19 games, it is White who is starting to challenge. He's the defender that's been playing centre-back. He's got 7 points now for the season, but Dylan Allen still leading it with 20 points. Let's move in to game number 20. All right, game number 20, 1 vote, Dior. 2 votes, Charlie Allen. 3 votes, Dylan Allen. All right. All right, so after 20 games, it's Dylan Allen out in an unassailable lead here on 23 points. And let's move in to game number 21. All right, game number 21. 1 vote for Dior. 2 votes, Charlie Allen. 3 votes, Alfie Wilson. Right, 21 games down, and Alfie Wilson moves himself into 6th position. I've got a feeling he might have a decent run there. He did play some pretty good football there when Dylan Allen went down injured. So let's get in to game number 22 results. Game number 22, 1 vote, Walter Ailman. 2 votes, Dylan Allen. 3 votes, Alfie Wilson. Right, 22 games down. We're getting close to the halfway point of the season. It's Dylan Allen pretty comfortably on 25 points, holding true against Koulibaly. And Wilson starting to make a bit of a run here. He is on to 11 points. Let's get in to 23. And that is the halfway point of the season. All right, game number 23. 1 vote, Charlie Allen. 2 votes, Walter Ailman. 3 votes, Alfie Wilson. Right, after the halfway point, 23 games done. Dylan Allen leads it with 25 points. Alfie Wilson's made a decent run now. He is on 14 points. Koulibaly drops to 3rd. And Walter Alwyn moves inside the top 10 into 7th. Let's move on now to game number 24. Game number 24, 1 vote. Koulibaly. 2 votes. Sun Hee So. 3 votes. Edison Hayes. Here we go. There is Hayes' first votes for the series. I think he came in about now and immediately had an impact. 24 games down. It's still D. Allen. Not a lot of change in the leaderboard. Let's move in to game number 25. All right, game number 25. 1 vote. A. Wilson. 2 votes for Dior. 3 votes. Delta Bamba. All right, 25 games done. Dior's starting to make a little bit of a run, and considering he was so hot and cold, it's interesting to see how many votes he has got. Wilson making a little bit of a charge here, now only 10 points away from Allen. Let's move our way into game number 26. Right, game number 26, 1 vote, Jay Morris. 2 votes, M. Wynn. 3 votes, Henry Robinson. Alright, 26 games done, and Wynn moves back inside the top 10. Interestingly enough, he probably hasn't played that often, and he still manages to scrape himself 9 points so far after 26 games, sitting in 8th position. Let's move on to game number 27. Right, game number 27, 1 vote, Vasil Krav. 2 votes, Elder Bamba. 3 votes, Mr. White. Right, 27 games done, and White with another 3 points moves himself into 7th position. Well, basically, he is tied in there with Kim and Bamba, all on 10 points. Let's move into game number 28. Game number 28, 1 vote for Hayes. 2 votes, Daouda Bamba. 3 votes, Andre Krav. Okay, so after 28 games, Daouda Bamba's picked up some more points and moves himself into 4th position. Andre Krav picking up the 3 points man of the match, and he's crept inside the top 10 once again, sitting currently in 8th, tied with Kim and White. Let's move on to game number 29. All right, game number 29, 1 vote, M. White. 2 votes, H. Robinson. 3 votes, D. Allen. Oh dear, here comes the lead. Right, game number 29 sees Dylan Allen with another man of the match performance, and he's now on to 28 points. It'll be interesting to see if anyone can get close to him now. He has a 13-point lead with 17 games remaining. Let's get on to game number 30. Game number 30, 1 point is for C. Allen. 2 votes, D. Allen. 3 votes, Vasil Krav. Right, so game 30 with Vasil Krav getting a man of the match performance, moves on to 14 points and into 3rd position. But D. Allen picked up another 2 points and he hits 30 points overall, a 15-point lead on Wilson with 16 games remaining. Let's move ourselves into game 31. Game 31, 1 vote, C. Allen. 2 votes, A. Wilson. 3 votes, Vasil Krav. Well, Vasil and Wilson starting to make a little bit of a move here. I'm not sure they're going to be able to run down Allen, but let's get this leaderboard updated. So, after 31 games, it's D. Allen on 30 points, but Wilson and Vasil Krav starting to make a small charge. They're both on 17 points and tied for equal second. Let's get into game 32. Game 32, 1 vote is for I. Koulibaly. 2 votes, Sun Hee So. 3 votes, Dylan Allen. Oh my God. All right. So after 32 games, it's Dylan Allen on 33 points now. And you'd pretty much assume no one's going to run him down. But stranger things have happened. Let's move ourselves into game 33. Game 33, 1 vote is for Andre Krav. 2 votes, Sun Hee So. 3 votes, Charles Allen. Alright, so after 33 games, Dylan Allen still leads it. Sun Hee So moves back inside the top 10 with 10 points for the season, and Krav is into 8th position with 11 points. But the big mover, Charlie Allen, moves into 7th, and well, he didn't start the season, so it's good to see some of the younger lads. It'll be interesting to see how they go in season number 2. Let's move on to game number 34. Game number 34, 1 vote, Andre Krav. 2 votes, Daouda Bamba. 3 votes, Dylan Allen. Oh my days. Well, Dylan Allen is absolutely running riot here. And you pretty much assume that it's unassailable lead here. So after 34 games, Dylan Allen is smashing it. Bamba moves back up to 4th position. And things very tight here in the middle of the pack to see who can get the runner-up. Let's move on to game number 35. Right, game number 35. 1 vote, A. Wilson. 2 votes, Andre Krav. 3 votes, Vasil Krav. Alright, so the boys starting to make a little bit of a push upward. So 35 games played. Vasil Krav moves in to 2nd position. The second man to get past the 20-point mark. Wilson dropping back to 3rd. Let's move on to game number 36. And we come into the final 10 games of the season. Game number 36, 1 point, A. Wilson. 2 points, Dior. 3 points, Vasil Krav. Right, 36 games completed, and Vasil Krav moves into 2nd properly with 23 points, a 4-point lead on Wilson. And Dior makes his way back inside the top 10. He sits in 9th with 11 points. Let's move on to game 37. Game 37, 1 vote, Hung Woo Kim. 2 votes, Walter Ailman. 3 votes, Dylan Allen. Holy hell. Well, Dylan Allen is having an absolute field day here. A lot of man of the match awards. He did have a very good season for us. 37 games down, 6 games to go. Dylan Allen has just absolutely pulled away. 39 points. Hung Woo Kim moves back inside the top 10 with 11. Let's move on to game number 38. Game number 38, 1 vote, PC Mock. 2 votes, Walter Ailman. 3 votes, Charlie Allen. Okay, so 38 games down. Charlie Allen moves into 6th position with 14 points. And Allen back inside the top 10. He had a very good season there at left back, the Ecuadorian. And he's on 12 points. Let's move into game number 39. Game number 39, 1 point, Kamara. I think he had a clean sheet in that game. I think that might have been when Dior got dropped. And 2 votes, PC Mock. 3 votes, Alfie Wilson. Right, 39 games down, Alfie Wilson, Vasil Krav and Dylan Allen are pulled away from the pack here. They are probably the 3. I don't think anyone's going to catch Dylan Allen now with 7 games remaining. Let's move into game number 40. Game number 40, 1 vote for HW Kim. 2 votes, I Koulibaly. 3 votes, Alfie Wilson. So Wilson picking up some decent points here of late. And let's update this leaderboard. Right, so that is 40 games out of the way. 6 games remaining. Alfie Wilson fighting it out here with Vasil Krav for the silver spoon by the looks of things. He is on 25 points. Let's move in to game number 41. Game number 41, 1 point, A. Wilson. 2 points, Vasil Krav. 3 points, Dylan Allen. Oh, that's it. He's definitely stitched this one up. 42 points for Dylan Allen. Vasil Krav picks up 2 to move to 25 points. And Wilson picks up 1, so he will stay in 2nd with 26 points. Well, you can't see anyone catching Dylan Allen now. I don't even think it's mathematically possible. But we'll push on because there's a good fight out here between Wilson and Vasil Krav. And to see who will finish 2nd, let's move into game number 42. Game number 42, 1 vote, D. Bamba. 2 votes, A. Wilson. 3 votes, D. Allen. Oh my goodness, he is absolutely running right here, Mr. Allen himself. Wilson picks up some more points here to pull away from Vasil Krav and moves on to 28. And Bamba, well, he picks up another point just to edge himself away here from Andre Krav by 1 point. All right, so 42 games down. Dylan Allen will be taking the first Majestico of this career mode. Let's move on to game number 43. Game number 43, 1 vote, D. Allen. 2 votes, Vasil Krav. 3 votes, Hayes. So 43 games down, 3 to go. Dylan Allen on 46 points. And I guess one thing we can take out of this Majestico Award is obviously he had a very good season for us. But we're setting the benchmark here, and whatever points he sets, well, that will be the challenge for someone to try and beat next season. I've got a feeling it'll be a lot closer, more players coming in and more game time for everyone. So let's move on to game number 44. 3 games to go. Game number 44. 1 vote, D. Menza. 2 votes, Sangare. 3 votes, D. Allen. Oh my goodness. All right, that's 44 games down. 2 to go, and Dylan Allen, will he hit the 50 mark? That is the question. Game number 45, 1 vote, D. Bamba. 2 votes, PC Mock. 3 votes, D. Allen. Wow. Wow. Right, so 45 games down. D. Allen goes past the 50 mark, 52 points. He's absolutely smashed this one. And there is 1 game remaining. I guess the fight now is between Wilson and Krav. Who will take out 2nd place here in the Majestico? Looks like Bamba's solidified 4th position there, unless Krav can get a man of the match performance here in the last game of the season. Let's move on to game number 46. Game number 46, 1 vote, H. Robinson. 2 votes, PC Mock. 3 votes, Vasil Krav. Oh wow, Vasil steals 2nd in the final game of the season. Moves himself onto 30 points. And just pips Wilson. Right, so there we have it. 46 games in the regular season. We didn't count any cup games, we didn't count any of the playoff games. This is purely a league award voted by you guys at home. And Dylan Allen, well, a bit of a fan favourite. He did have a very good season. There's no doubt about that. 52 points, though. He's absolutely smashed it. He is the first winner of the Majestico Award 2017-2018. So he will be the defending champion next season. Don't let that get into your voting. And we will have this back for season number 2. Hopefully you've enjoyed the live stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, hopefully you've enjoyed the little edit of this one, which will probably be a lot quicker. This live stream is about an hour and a half long. But that's where we will leave the Majestico Award. It's been won hands down by Dylan Allen, Vasil Krav, pipping Wilson there for 2nd spot in the final game of the season. Wilson finishes in 3rd with 28 points. Bamba in 4th, 16 points. Had a relatively good season. Andre Krav, interestingly enough, did get injured for a fair amount of the season towards the back end, a 3-month injury. He got himself 14 points. Our Scout Future Star, Charlie Allen, 14 points as well. I need to fix that up because Koulibaly is definitely not in 7th. He did pick up 15 points. That's a little bit of a bugger up there on my behalf. So he moves up to 5th. Andre Krav and Allen finish in equal 6th and 7th, I guess, respectively. We'll just move them down quickly. There we go. Look at that. Like you bought one. Aylman and Kim both finish on 12, and Dior there with 11. So we'll wrap that one up there. But yep, that's where we will leave the Majestico Award today, won by Dylan Allen. We will see you ready for season number 2 tomorrow. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.